What's going on, guys? Eddie of Fliptroniks. I'm going to be going over the best poker games to be playing on both iPhone and Android in 2021 and beyond. Okay, so I love me some mobile poker. You know, I play on a daily and weekly basis, and the place I'm going to be going over here is going to be Ignition Poker. Now, I've been a member here for the last 4 years. They've got both practice and real money games you can check out on here, all of which play great on just about any phone out there. So if you guys do want to get started as I'm going over them, I'll throw some bonus and resource links in both the description and comments. Now, I'm going to break down some hands that I played, but I want to show you some of like the customization they have on here, so you can change the color of tables, card decks. They actually allow you to multi-table up to 4 tables at a time. And, you know, kind of what's brought me back to playing on here all the time is I just love the software. I mean, the software is incredible. You know, I play a lot of 1, 2, no limit, 2, 5, and 5, 10. So those are like $200, $500, and $1,000 buy-in type games. Those are kind of the levels I stick with. But, you know, remember what I just said. You can check out the practice money games on here, so you can do that as well. Then if you know, like what you see, you can check out some of the real money stuff. Now, they have some big tournaments as well on here. Those are usually on the weekends, but they do specialty tournaments throughout the year as well. So I mean, if you like tournaments, then you know, you'll absolutely love Ignition. Now I'm going to show you some you know, hands here on the phone I'm using, this iPhone, but I'm also going to kind of blow it up here in a little bit so we can take a closer look at it and break down even more hands. All right, so anyways, this hand right here had a 9-10 offsuit, and I was calling player one's bet. Turn card here was a jack for us, so we had like, you know, basically an up and down straight draw. Definitely not going anywhere at this point. Player one checked it, which was kind of strange, so I decided to like bet pretty big into this. So I bet like $27 and check this out. So he had to like think about it a little bit. But ultimately, this guy is going to call me down, and it was a little frustrating, to be honest with you. So I think he had pocket kings right here. Yeah, dude, ridiculous. Also, if you guys have any questions about playing here, feel free to message me below in the comments. And also, if you could smash the like button if you like to play mobile poker, I would definitely appreciate that. Okay, Jack 8 was my next hand. It was suited of hearts, so you know, clearly I'm going to see a flop with this. We started things down like $50, but you know, it is what it is. Paired the jack, flush draw possibility out there, straight draw possibilities. Now, both players checked, so I felt like a pair of jacks was good here, so I bet like $8 at it. Player one was thinking about it. He folded. Player two made the call, and the river card was an ace, which was not what I wanted to see. But our hand was good, so we took down a nice little pot right there, trying to get some of our money back, which is always good, right? And then this next hand was King Jack suited. Very pretty looking hand right here. And the flop was even prettier, man. This was this was pretty ridiculous. I think I played this hand probably the best way you could play it to extract max value out of somebody, which you're going to see here. All right, not only did we flop the flush, but I mean, we have a straight flush draw. Looking for that 10, which, I mean, ridiculous here. So I bet into this. I kept it small because I didn't want him to fold, so I bet like $6, keeping it small. Turn card was a queen. Didn't really want to see that as a turn card, but it is what it is. And I was just kind of feeling like, you know, playing this a little bit different, so I checked it. Now, the reason I checked it was because I wanted him to think that I was afraid of the queen. So if he had like a pair right now, it's very likely he could bet, or he could call like a bet that I would make. So, you know, he opted to check here, so he obviously had some kind of pair. I decided to overbet and make it look like a bluff. So I bet like $24 at it, and you know, ultimately he had to think about it a little bit, but like I said, I felt like I played this in a tricky manner that made him think that I missed both my flush and straight. So he is going to end up calling me, and unfortunately for him, he's going to see the bad news that we flopped the flush. Okay, now that we played some hands here, I wanted to blow things up a little bit. and break down even some more hands that I played here in this session. So we're gonna check it out. All right, so I had a Queen 10 offsuit here. This is one of the first hands we saw. Now I got back up a little bit, so we started down $50, but I was able to get myself out of a hole, which is always good, and start to crank it up a little bit and get myself into the profit. All right, so Queen 10 offsuit, I decided to make this call. This guy raised it, kind of big pre-flop. We did pair the queen, so at this point, not really folding to any continuation bet. I'm definitely going to make a call here and, see what happens. All right, so you bet like 10 bucks. Turn card was really nice. So we hit trips. Now at this point, it's possible he could have a queen, but I was doubting it completely. If anything, he probably paired the ace on the river, so I decided to bet into this at $19. Ultimately, though, he is going to end up folding it, so he didn't really have anything. And we won that hand. So we were kind of like on a win streak, which is always good, right? Things were going our way. This next hand, we had a 10-8 suited of hearts. Decided to limp into this hand. Could have raised here too. I mean, I could have gone either way with this, but I do like to call these type of hands, like these 10-8 suiteds, 10-9, 10-7 suiteds. I do like playing those hands. But this guy raised again at $8. Kind of felt like he was on tilt a little bit. Okay, so the flop wasn't the worst flop for us. I mean, we're looking for a 7 to make our straight. If we hit a 10 on the turn, a pair of 10s could be good. We've got runner flush possibilities. So I made the call and we hit our money card on the turn, which was the 7. Now the only thing I'm losing to at this point is if he has a flush, but wasn't really thinking that, but clearly I didn't want to see a club on the river, and we did dodge that. So, at this point he checked it and we'd won with the 10-8 suited. So like really rolling with it right now, staying on this win streak, and you guys are about to see the final hand, which was a pretty ridiculous one. I made a really big bluff in here. But, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, if you like to play poker games, on your phone right now in 2021, Ignition is awesome. The software is great here. They've got fast cash out options. If you check out the Real Money Games, play 4 tables at a time. And the software is just great, man. Competition's also pretty easy, honestly. At these mid-stake games, I don't feel like it's overwhelming, like everyone's like super good or anything like that, which is other thing I want to point out. Okay, so ace 5, nothing there, man. We're looking at absolutely nothing, but both players checked, which was really weird. So I felt like the way they checked it, neither of these guys really had anything, so I decided to get a little spicy with it. Player 4 is going to end up betting here, and it was a really strange bet. If he had something, he would have tried to slow play it, I would think, but he bet $19 into this, which just kind of threw up a bunch of red flags for me, so I decided to call him down. River card was a 7, and at this point I'm thinking to myself, he doesn't have anything. I'm going with my gut instinct right here. He decided to continue betting, which was very strange. I thought just the whole way he played this hand and how he bet it. He bet $25 into it. I came over the top on a re-raise representing the 10, or maybe even like a jack 10. And I put an $80 raise in here over the top on this guy, and because I was going with my instincts, he folded and we won it. Okay, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed some of this. Like I said, if you could also smash a like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.